Hey all and welcome. We are live. Until somebody actually joins in, I just want to see if the sound is maybe working. Let's see. 6 people in. Hey guys, hi everybody for joining. Thank you for coming. Yes, I'm having a live stream tonight because I just frankly didn't have any time to really work on a video yet. It's good to see you guys here. If you're here, just give a wave hi and I can say hi. Hey Michael Kahn, good to see you. Yeah, I'm glad you made it. Thank you for being a Patreon supporter. And Kikis Seabass, also Patreon supporter of this channel. If you guys haven't already become a Patreon, why not? It's only $3. Come on. You guys want to help support the show so we can actually get better content for you guys. So we can all just get together and chat. Please do support the show. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way quickly before we do get started on the actual topic. I do have a Patreon available, like I was just saying, and I do have some merch as well. I will be creating more merch very soon, as my computer should be really soon. I can't wait because the funds should all reflect in my account by the end of the week, and then yes, I can order the parts, and that should take another 2 to 3 days to get to me. Hey Rob, good to see you. I'm glad you could make it. And STST, thank you for making it. Welcome. I also do have a Bitcoin link in my description box if you do feel you have the heart to maybe donate anything, because I'm not actually at this moment can't even think of the name now, but anyway, I'm not on the program at the moment because I'm busy getting there to get my hours up, so I can't get super chats at this moment. Okay, that's about it, I think. Yes. So what happened this morning when I woke up? Well, actually it started yesterday afternoon. I know it was Tuesday and MCToon returned home from his vacation. So, I was wondering what's going to happen. Anyway, wait, before I can you guys hear me alright? Is the sound synchronized okay? Is everything okay? Can you hear me? Look at me? Everything's fine? Because, yeah, it's difficult to tell from my side. And I don't see any chats going on, so I don't even know if anything's working. Because I know my last live stream, the chats just started freezing halfway through the show, and I couldn't really read any chats to know what's going on. But it's good to see there's 11 people here. Thanks everybody for joining. Yeah, I don't think that the chat's working anymore. Okay, it's working. No syncs off, but sound okay. Oh, really? Hey, play true Travis. No, this is not a dating stream. Sorry, man. How's why? Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Thanks, everybody. I'm sorry about the audio delay. At least that's going to be a thing of the past. When my PC is here and all built and up and running, because then I can actually run OBS and everything I need to. Then I don't have to use StreamYard. Okay. So anyway, like I was saying, the topic of tonight. Yesterday I knew MCToon was going to come home from his week away on vacation, whatever. And I was actually wondering what's going to happen, because before he went on holiday, he did tell me maybe he should, and this was live on his stream, maybe he should just pay the Patreon so he can come and talk to me. So I was waiting for that. Never happened. And I was still waiting. I thought, okay, maybe when he comes back, he'll do it. I still haven't got a Patreon membership from MCToon. Secondly, he had 2 volunteers from his own supporters that said they'd pay for him to do it. What happened to that? So, what am I still getting from MCToon about this? Lying to his audience and everybody else, telling me that I was too scared to talk to him. Lying to everyone, saying I invited him to come and chat to me on stream. And lying to everybody saying I wouldn't let him on. What does that tell you guys about the guy? Then, the audacity Yesterday he sends a comment to me. Sorry, I can't show any comments on this stream though, because unfortunately, yeah, I can't share anything. Hey, LevelUp, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Hey, Bobby S, good to see you. Pokey, good to see you too. Very happy you guys could all make it. 20 people already. Wow, can't believe it. Anyway, like I was saying, the message he left me yesterday afternoon saying, just looking at the video and saying, oh, I'm top left, you know, the normal rubbish. Hey, Arwen, good to see you. Glad you could make it. And, well, I don't let that top left rubbish bother me because it's just these insecurities. So he goes and he says, why don't I come on his stream and he can laugh at me about it, straight, and laugh at me about it. And why don't I bring something else so he can laugh at me about that as well? So needless to say, he says he's going to send me a link. I say, okay, what time is your stream? Doesn't answer me. It's like 5-6 hours gone by, still nothing. I still got on Ball Busters last night until like 10:30 last night, and I say good night, I need to go sleep because in a few hours I must get up for work. Sharp, I go sleep. I wake up 5 o'clock, get there, and I see all of a sudden, oh, MCToon had a stream. He sent me a link to say, yeah. Guess what his excuse was? I was so fortunate enough to let him stay up till late to invite him for a chat, which I didn't do. I invited him to join the stream just like you guys are here, joining the stream chatting. And well, the bugger is now sort of saying I'm a coward because I didn't even have the link at 4 a.m. while I'm sleeping. Do you think it is fair that he could have just said in the first place, listen here, this is the time, because we were having the chat, he just said, this is the time, I could have made a plan or something. But no, instead he runs behind his cowardice back and then has a stream misrepresenting everything about my argument. And yeah, just plain out lying to his audience. That's about it. So, to cut the long story short, I'm definitely going to be making a video on that stream he had, because there was a few things in there that, shame, the poor guy is struggling. But yeah, it's good to see he's still got his troll minions following him. Good to see you guys. Hey, Brakosi Sebroko, the guy that just doesn't stop trolling my channel. But hey, good to see you. Rover the Boat. Rover the Boat RTB. Didn't this dude edit up a bunch of Toon's videos to make him say something he didn't? What? No, Rover the Boat, that was not me. I take what he says and actually show you what he says. You know, like the same guy that says, you don't use triangles in celestial navigation, while I show him actual citation and referencing, and then while he talks about triangles and actually goes and completes a triangle for me after he says you don't use triangles. Yes, that's me, showing just how dumb he really is. Okay, JJ, good to see you, dude. I'm glad you could make it. Yes, Michael Kahn, Toon is just a double speaking pal. That's all it is, it's just double speaker. He doesn't, how can I put it, that's why he has all these nonsensical so-called challenges up for £10,000 or whatever, or dollars as he puts it, because when he starts making those challenges up, it already debunks itself. It's not a challenge. The guy doesn't get all these challenges are first based on having the flat earth. It's nonsensical. I mean, he's even given me 2 locations he wanted me to find out using the flat earth trigonometry, as he calls it. I did it for him. He ran away afterwards. Then after how long, he finally conceded, yes, I got it right. Then he moved the goalpost again, saying, no, I used the globe. And then he had to concede. If you haven't watched that stream already, I'll put the link down below. Unfortunately, the audio and stuff sucks because, yes, I still haven't had my mic and all that by then. But yes, he actually had to concede a few things in that live stream, which he's still running from. Okay. How did the early sailors navigate the oceans? That's easy. The first ones usually actually use like the Kamal. That's sort of like the same principle where you got the protractor and but they use 2 sticks, like the JPEG's cross with the 2 sticks and you're working out your angle. But the nice thing is they had to actually make a horizontal plane to get their angular measurement. The reason they ended up using a sextant, because it wasn't used on the Navy in the water, on the sea, for quite a long time. I think it was like 100 years before it was actually used on the ocean. They were using it on land. They decided to use it on the sea because they saw they could have a bit more accuracy with the swift, because they could swift on the boat to get there horizontal easier. So that was actually how that they used the sextant, but before that they used the Kamal and the Jacob staff and all that. That's about it. But hey, you don't even really need to use that if you just know what stars you're looking at and what direction you're going. The only reason you really need to know the distance is so you know how long it's going to take you and really pinpoint it more accurately to know, okay, I'm going in the right direction. But let's just take, for instance, here in the bush. In the day, I can look at the time of where the sun is and what direction is, and I know, okay, I need to head east or west, and that's where I'm going. At night, I can say, okay, I'm looking at the Southern Cross. This is where I need to go, and I'm walking. I do not actually need a sextant for that. Same with ships, but on the wide open, it's much safer to take your plot heading. Yeah. How's why? Hint: George Friedrich Bernhard Riemann was born on September 17th, 1826 in the rural village of Brezans in the northern Germany. But it's good to see everybody here. Very happy you could make it. And then I got Mr. Conspiracy Cats himself telling me I cannot do triangulation using triangles. Yeah, that's what I get from him. Then I sent him a video where I actually did it. You know, my video Triangulation from the sun. I'll put that link down below afterwards as well. Guess what his answer was to that? No, I didn't. Because the guy just can't accept that it's possible, and the only way you can really do it is off of a flat base. I hope you guys watched the FED show yesterday. I haven't watched it because I downloaded it so I can have it the next day at work to listen to, because I'm at work when it's on, where they were actually talking about the celestial horizontal plane. If you guys actually paid attention, you'd understand what I was saying all this time. You have to have a horizontal plane to be able to get your measurements. That's what a co-altitude angle is. It's based off of a 90 from an elevation angle. Thank you, Ruov, by the way, for that, because yes, that's also a video I'm going to be working on soon, because remember I sent the video out, I think it was yesterday morning, where do you require horizontal to get an angular measurement? Well, needless to say, I have had tons and tons of very funny comments, and I'm going to be making a funny comment stream, I think, on this, because it's going to be hilarious. And then I'm just going to show you guys how you are validating the argument while trying to argue against it, like usual. And then you can say thank you to Ruha for demolishing your own argument while he's at it. That's about it. Brokovsky, okay, you invented the distance to the GP. No, Trank. No, I didn't invent the distance. Let's quickly do something like that. How's that? Invented the distance to the GP. Wow. Okay. Now do pay attention. First of all, you see horizontal are standing here. You have a zenith. 90 degrees. 0 degrees. 90 degrees. You're looking at the luminary. Whoop. Co-altitude angle. This together makes the triangle. This is the co-altitude angle that you got, but you need a horizontal for that. Now let's say you worked out after declination everything, 35 degrees for instance. So that means you've seen 35 degrees to that star. How much nautical miles is that? That's simple. Times 60. So 35 times 60 is your distance in nautical miles to the GP of the star. Simple as that. Why? Because every degree is 60 nautical miles. Does that make sense? Or do you still not understand that? Hey culture cats, when are you going to take the sextant measurement? I just showed you again in like 2 seconds how it works. Conspiracy cats. So if you still don't get it, I really can't help you. But like I said, I will be making a proper in-depth video on it when I do have my PC. Just for people like you. Okay. Yes, Michael, this guy is thick. Because he doesn't get it. Browski, that's a globe, genius. Angle distance is segment of a circle. Circle? Browski must explain it to you again. The arc you are measuring is the sky arc. That. Pi. You see that? That's where the star is. That's the arc you're measuring. That's the arc. You're just transposing that arc, each degree, onto the distance on the ground. You're measuring that. It's perspective you are measuring. Angular measurements. Radians. Do you get that? Not the ground. You're not looking at the ground to measure the ground distance. You're measuring the sky. Then you're transposing that arc that you're measuring in the sky onto the ground distance. And that's how you get your nautical miles. Okay. Protractor, 180 degree flat baseline. Exactly, Mark. Yes, level up. I can't even bother with this crop of low budget trolls they sent here. It's true, Paula. But unfortunately, I'm stuck with them. But hey, I'm not moaning. Let's take the trolls, have them. They can get their cognitive pain here daily. That's their own problem. Captain Caveman, good to see you. Also, someone is making some good content lately on the water level is Captain Caveman. Do definitely pay attention to his channel and do subscribe. I'll stick a link after the show. And Michael Kahn. I think he's like 43 subscribers away from his 500 goal. Please, 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 if you guys can just share his channel, do push it out. Try and get someone to subscribe because we all know how difficult it is to get to that first 500 subscribers. So please help Michael Kahn get to that first 500 subscribers. Just 43 to go. Then he can start doing community posts. It's a great achievement for a new channel. So please, guys, do push it for Michael Kahn. I mean, stick it on every social media thing you can, just so you can get that. Thanks, guys. I really do appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Perspective. I look on a plane towards the horizon, okay? And every distance in that direction subtends an angle, okay? That is smaller and smaller. No shit. The equivalent angle distance on a flat plane. And your problem is what, Braskovsky? Sorry, I'm just going to call you Bra because trying to pronounce that every time, I don't know. It's like Brakowski, it's Sibrako. I don't understand. Yes. Bobby in timeout. Okay, bye Bobby. Paula, yes, no. I understand. Like I said, mods, you have free reign to do with these trolls whatever you want because they literally just come in here to harass. So I frankly I've given up hope on these trolls. They are here and we can only accommodate them for so long. So yes, that's about it. So brah, you're explaining perspective and you're measuring those angles in the sky and just transposing them as distance is what it's going on about. That you cannot use the equivalence degree 16. Yes, I can, Brokowski or Bra, because you measured a degree in the sky, an arc. You measured an actual arc in the sky, the luminary, on the celestial sphere, which requires a horizontal plane. That's how we say when you beg the question, when you beg the argument of having celestial navigation and you're having a celestial sphere, you are begging a flat earth. You are having a flat earth because you have a flat horizontal plane to make your measurement in the sky. Your co-altitude angle is your downfall. You guys are so dumb you don't get it. You are measuring in the sky, taking that arc measurement in the sky and transposing it down to the surface of Earth on that horizontal plane you first laid out. 1 degree, 60 nautical miles. Capiche? That's how you get your circle of equal altitude. Thank you very much. Two Wolves, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Thanks for joining. I just invited FTFE and he had commented. Pokey, do you think FTFE will come here? He maybe just comes in here to troll a bit and then runs away, but that's about it. Okay, bra. Okay, you aren't skilled enough to understand. No, that's the usual argument. You do not understand. Well, I just explained it to you. Telling me I do not understand. Very, very sad. Yes, very sad. That's always the argument they have. You do not understand. I know you know I know. What a name. Hey, good to see you. Hey, Craigslist, good to see you. Glad you guys could all join. If you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. By booping that thumbs up, it pushes the algorithm further out so people will be able to see my channel and actually come. And also if you haven't, please just share the show so we can actually get more people on here, because the more people on here, the more fun you're going to have in chat as well, because I'm sure you guys know how much trolls do come in here. It's SVS. Two Wolves. I'm watching painting at work things. You painting at work? What kind of job do you do, Two Wolves? Are you a painter? Thanks, Michael, for sharing on Facebook. I actually did create the Facebook page, believe it or not, but I haven't done anything on it, so it's kind of empty. I must actually start updating it sometime. And if you guys don't know, I do have a Telegram group as well and a Discord. So if you do want to join, please do go on, because also once my PC is up and running, I'm definitely going to be having more chats with you guys. And we're going to be having Patreon nights where it's just me and the Patreons talking live and chat panel. And well, that's just one of the perks of being a Patreon, and I'm sure MCToon will understand that. But since he makes excuses not to be able to give $3 or accept $3 from his loyal supporters to just talk to me, we all can see who the coward is, can't we? Yes. And then come and tell me I don't want him to talk. I'm still here waiting for you. It's been a week and a half now. So yeah. Okay, thanks for sharing the link, Michael Kahn. Would you also just put the Telegram if you can? Also, thanks very much. Goldie, good to see you. Glad you could make it. I'm glad everybody's actually having fun. Everybody looks happy and up spirits today. I'm very glad about that. So yes, I'm Schulz. Oh, you Schulz, dude. Okay, now I know. I know you know I know. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. It's quite catchy. I know you know I know. You can actually make a song of that. Okay, so yeah. So I did give the background story of how MCToon is just being dishonest actually, but that's about it. I'm still going to make a video on it because, like I said, I just want my computer, then I can do a proper video. So I might just for this week until I do finally have my PC up and running and everything, because I want to make better content for you guys. I want to make, how can I put it? I want to up my game, and I am so limited on this phone. It's funny. It's frustrating because I so badly want to create the content to bring it out, but it's difficult to really create good content if I know I'm just limited on the phone. So I'm at that point where I have to get on that PC so I can get the extra level so I can have better content for you guys. Hey Brian, good to see you. I'm glad you could make it. Thanks for joining. Yes, 18 people. Great. I'm very happy to see everybody here. Bolding Elf, sponsored by Wolfie6020. Yes. I actually think I should get a sticker made. Thanks Wolfie6020 to stick on the box. Though I do appreciate every cent that he's given and everybody else. I can't say enough thank you to everybody that has supported and everybody that has pushed, just shared the GoFundMe. I really, really do appreciate it. And yes, I do thank you again, Nathan, for everything. At least about almost half the funds are in my PayPal now. We're just waiting for the rest to clear from his side, then I can get the rest, because it does take usually about 2, 3 to 5 working days for the funds to clear. So then I can order my parts, which is going to take another few working days before it gets to me. At least I could organize the parts to be not too far from here, so it's not going to take too long to get to me. Okay. Yes, Goldie, there's definitely going to be a big show for the new equipment. I'm actually planning a reveal kind of video also, which is going to be quite cool. And yeah, there's some exciting things ahead for this channel for sure, and it's just thanks to all you guys that helped that's going to get that there. Wolfie is a passenger pilot. Pretendy pilot clown. Now the thing is with Wolfie, he knows it's flat. He knows he has to fly for a stationary plane. The problem is he can't accept that. So he has to make everything possible against that, because it goes against what he believes. Even though he shows everything to be stationary and horizontal, he can't accept it. That's why he loves to show his HUD, his HUD, and he just ignores that he's at the incline. He ignores that the plane flying at level is the 3 degrees upwards. So when that 3 degrees upwards, it's still showing level, but it's the plane is flying level this way. I mean, it's the same as me looking like this and going straight. The HUD is set at a horizontal, but yes, if you're, how can I put it, above something, obviously you're going to be looking down on it. And we all know in reality, even if you're standing on the ground is underneath your feet. It's not literally lifting to your eyeballs, because that's just a straw man argument that the globers love to have. The ground does not raise to your eyeballs. It raises relative to your eyes. Do you understand? Relative, meaning the higher you go up, it's just pushing the field of view further. So it's having the appearance of raising. It's definitely still underneath, but it's just having the appearance. The problem you have is with the globe, it cannot raise with appearance, with the altitude. It's supposed to drop with altitude. That's the whole globe argument. That's why when you get the globers saying, I lie on my back, I see a sunset. I stand up, I see the sunset again. That is because you are claiming you're standing up and looking down over a curve. So, do you understand, with altitude, it's going to accentuate that curve even more, and you're going to have much more of a drop that you're going to have to look more and more and more down. This does not happen in reality. Sorry to tell you that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, look, Bobby socks. Yes, Bobby has quite a few socks, actually. I'll be surprised. Minder Dugas. Rip Bozo. Good to see you, Mindugas. Mindugas. Sorry if I do butcher your guys' names. It's quite hectic. Sometimes some of the names are... Yeah. So, is there anything interesting that's happened by you guys today or this week so far? Bobby blows Wolfie under the piss. Yeah, that's kind of graphic, but yeah, thank you. Ace name, yes. Oh, wow. Also, a channel to keep your eyes on is QNFee. Also making some great comedy show content lately. I'm really enjoying it. Watching him rip FTFE and MCToon a new hole. But yeah, really enjoying it. And Paula with LevelUp, if you guys are it's not for everybody, because you know there's a lot of people that aren't spiritual or anything, but if you really want to get into looking at the Bible more seriously and learning things you never knew about the Bible, Paula with LevelUp is definitely the channel to go to, because you learn a lot of things. I mean, some of the things which, I mean, I studied theology and things, and there's still things that I'm learning from her today that I never knew about. So definitely a channel to look out for, Paula LevelUp. I'll also stick that link in the description afterwards. Yes, Q is brilliant, Michael. I really do agree. QNFee is killing it right now with all these 3D models and stuff. That's one thing I also can't wait to do, because I'm going to get Blender again, and I can start doing Blender. Then yes, I can start doing 3D modeling and stuff, and also show again what rubbish the globe is. So definitely he's worth it. No, Paula, really, you do deserve it. I don't understand how you have such a small amount of subs though, because the content, the information you bring out is just, it's really good. And I'm sure everybody that's subbed to you will agree. Team what? Team Hypos. Don't understand that. So what time is it there by everybody? I know in the UK I think it's now almost 8:30 PM, because I know they're an hour behind me. Yes, thank you for putting all the links in, Michael. Do appreciate it. I just want to find out, does the chat actually show up on screen, or is it just in the chat box? Because when I do try and look at the replay afterwards, then I don't see the chat showing up. So I don't know, because as far as I know, when I want to watch it, I want to actually read what's going on in the chats. But yeah, when I got OBS running, then that's going to work. Okay, cool. I'm glad it's working for you guys. Yes, check out Skyfree's channel. Also, great channel. Thanks, Pokey, for bringing it up. If you guys do have a link for Skyfree, also put it on. Skyfree and them have great observations, especially with showing refraction and the limited angle. With an optical drop, you're really going to enjoy that. Because, hey, demonstrations is what they do. And I really enjoy their content as well. Don't you find it odd that the globe defenders always tell us that the globe is true, but they cannot come and demonstrate anything for it? Let's just take, for instance, gravity. What have they demonstrated for their beloved gravity so far? Nothing. It's really weird. You would think if it's actually true, they'd be able to demonstrate. Instead, they come up with demonstrations and mechanics based on torque vectoring and torsion twists, and calling it gravity and mass attracting mass. But in the meantime, ignoring that their gravity is not even a force. So you cannot have an acceleration because you have no force. You first require force to have acceleration. Then they want to break down relative density disequilibrium and claim it's got no force, when we're saying, hang on, it does have a force, and we give the mechanism of why it does have a force. Then when you tell them that, then they're just saying you're just hijacking gravity. No, we're not hijacking gravity. We're just simply giving you an equation because you asked for one, and telling you, look here, we got a force, you don't. So which one is true? Acceleration because of a force, or acceleration because there is no force? Yeah. Oh, and Ballers come up with the graphs and animations, not with physics. Exactly. To make a mathematical equation is just a description. You working out the mathematical equation is just you solving a mathematical problem. That's what maths is. It's problem solving. You're solving a problem. So you're creating a problem in a mathematical descriptive language that's not based in reality, and then you sorting it out in that mathematical construct. Now, because you sorted it out in that mathematical construct, you think now it bases anything on reality. That's why when they come and say science is mathematical, I just laugh at them, because science has got nothing to do with maths. Maths is just used in describing certain aspects of science. But that comes after the hypothesis, comes after the experimentation, comes after everything. You cannot use an equation as an experiment. An equation is not an experiment. An equation is simply just describing a problem solving for your equation, if I could put it that way. Yeah, self-debunkers, exactly. Boltards make their own arguments and destroy them. Exactly, Charles, that's all they do. They do make their own arguments and destroy them. Their middle name should be contradictory, because they contradict themselves left, right, and center. The more they try and debunk our arguments, the more they validate our arguments by telling us we're wrong, while saying, hello, you just validated what you just told you would say. Let's take an example. Oh, we see continuously physical evidence from flurfers, like lots of demonstrations of celestial navigation on the flat earth. Yes, bro, you just did. Remember, I just gave you literally like a 10-second explanation on how it works. So, like I said, I also do have a video, Triangulation from the sun, where I actually went and triangulated my position from the sun, and I was, I think, just over 8 k's away from my position. Did I use a globe? No. All I did was use the sun and a triangle. Okay. Mathematics, that's a good one, Pokey. Definitely mathematics. And that's actually a good name, mathematics. Wrote that down for later too. What do you see? What do we see from you? Michael, we don't see anything from Bra. Just today, I actually asked him, and what's that other guy? There's so much of them. Sorry, there's just so much of these guys. Just to give me some evidence, because they say there's so much evidence. You know what they do? The guy tells me Barland, tanker, tow, or whatever is taken into account for earth curve. You know, it's like a lock for the boats to come. Because their argument is that the water is curving over whatever 100 meters. Well, I go and look it up. I go and get the actual citation and I send it to the guy, and guess what it says on that citation? Though it may not look at it, the bottom is actually flat. What the hell? Where's the curve you're talking about? Where's the curve taken into account? It says nothing, absolutely nothing about curve. It literally says flat. The one thing it does take into account is pressure and the waves hitting, but nothing to do with curve, because curve doesn't exist. The only ones that think curve exists with construction is you guys on the internet. It's simply, it's nothing to do with curve. But yeah, ballers are relying on the pre-internet mechanism that made people back down in the investigation due to the overwhelming quantities of information that was required to study. Exactly, Arwen. In the old days, there was no way to really get your information. You had to go to a physical library, and most of the libraries, as you know, it's very biased. It's got just narrative. It's based on consensus, what the narrative is taught. Doesn't matter if it's true or not, that's what they're teaching. I mean, look at the schools today, they're still pushing the same narrative, even though it's not the actual narrative these days. Why are they still pushing it? It's the same as science. Gravity. They're still teaching Newtonian gravity as fact, while 107 years ago it was superseded and said it's not Newtonian gravity. Now, they're trying to push Einsteinian gravity out the way, and they're still pushing Einsteinian gravity as working while it shows it's wrong from the get-go. 95% of Einsteinian gravity is wrong, but they still think it's right. How do you guys get this thing? I don't understand. The same with Newtonian gravity. Just because you have it, Newton explained it as a force in newtons, you think now Newtonian gravity was true. How is that logical? Because I can say I created a new Penflex pen, and by the way, I'm not sponsored by them, okay? I used the Penflex marker. I made a gravity based on Penflex marker. Now, it's requiring a force to hold this marker. Now, does that mean that it's the Penflex gravity holding this marker in there? No, it's me holding it. But because I give it the name Penflex gravity, therefore it has to be Penflex gravity. That's their logic. It's really dumb. Einstein effectively makes no physical claim of gravity. Actually, Owen, you're right. He doesn't make a claim of anything. He just tries to throw away everything to try push it to a conceptual medium that does not exist. And that's why he gets caught with so much problems, because he made it up. If you didn't make it up, you're not going to have problems. It's very simple. I'm surprised Euclid ain't been arrested for ballers be taking a smash in the Z-back doors. Dude, you're kind of hectic. Haltech What? Haltech Industries. Any proof of this, mate? Any proof of what? Is it talking to me? Or are you talking to someone else? Mark Malowski, good to see you. Just arrived. What have I missed? You missed practically everything so far. Yes, I do know I'm out of sync. Sorry, like I said, I can't do nothing about it. It's just StreamYard. It's just, yeah. Bye, Paulo. See you later. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, my sync is out. At least the sound's working tonight, so that's a bonus. Okay. Karl Popper claimed that all the laws of Kepler, Galileo, and Newton have been falsified. In his view, no laws of generalizations have ever been or can ever be proven true, which is a true statement. It can never be proven true. Wonder why? Because it never existed to begin with. If something doesn't exist, you cannot prove it to be true, no matter how much bullshit you want to wrap around it to make it seem true. Hi William, good to see you. I'm glad you could make it. Thanks for joining. This is also one of the guys that's been on the channel I think from the beginning almost. So it's good to see you, dude. I'm glad you could be here. There seems to be a delay between audio and video. Yeah, definitely audio. Well, like I said, unfortunately it's from Streamlabs self. I can't do anything about it, which is very frustrating, because if I don't know. I don't know what to do. That's why I say, or I'm literally just stuck waiting for the PC. When the PC's here, everything will be good. I promise. Then I'm going to have OBS. I can run everything right. I can run StreamYard, everything perfect, and we cannot have these issues anymore. So I really do appreciate all you guys' support, even though this rubbish thing that's happening. You guys are ace. Thanks, man. Yeah, there's no internet lag. That's why I got fiber in the first place, because I wanted a stable connection. So I'm happy that happened, even though it took me a month to finally get it. But yeah. Okay, Mark. Following on our chat from about the location of the sun and moon, are they in the same place as the stars or not? That's, if anybody doesn't know the context of that argument, he was asking me based on biblical topic. Where is the sun? Are they in the same locations? Yes, according to the Bible, the stars, the sun and the moon, the wandering stars, everything, they're in the firmament, in the expanse. And yes, they are the ones moving. Because if it was us moving, God wouldn't tell the sun to stop moving in Job. Okay. Looking forward to the completing of your PC works, and yes, I'm also very looking forward. I really can't wait. Like I said, I'm also going to start doing some animation then, because I do want to do some animations for everybody, like 3D modeling and stuff, which is going to be quite cool. So that's going to be quite a step up, I can say. Mark, so the S and M aren't orbiting in circles above a flat Earth. Orbiting is only according to your globe. There's no such thing as orbiting in real life. Just have to point that out to you. What we see in reality, the luminaries traverse ahead of us, overhead. That's about it. That's all we can say. But there's no such thing as orbiting. But yes, Michael, I also agree, no Bible bashing. And Haltech Industries, it's actually the same, Haltech. Are you actually from actual Haltech Industries, or is it just because you're a fan of Haltech? Because I don't think they'll be very impressed with you trying to come and troll someone's account. I actually support Haltech with my Corsa. I actually have a Haltech management system in my Corsa, so yes. Okay. Orbit presupposes gravity and space. Yes, orbit presupposes everything actually. And like we said, to have orbit you require acceleration. To have acceleration you require force. Gravity is not a force, so no orbit, no acceleration. That's as simple as that. Okay, wow, so the sun and moon are embedded in the firmament. That's not what every other flat earther says though, is it? Everybody's got their own opinion on what happens. You asked me specifically on the Bible, and I answered you what the Bible said, Mark. So, but yeah, this is not the actual topic for discussion here, but we can always have a Bible discussion if you really wanted to. But I don't see what straw man you're trying to make at the burn, because you asked me a simple question, I answered based on the Bible. Asked what I thought. No, you asked pertaining to the Bible. What I thought, let's see, my thoughts on where it is. Well, I do know we are contained, so I would say it's in the system. And, well, I'm going to take it as it's in the expanse. Yes, in the firmament. Why not? Because you need waters above to propagate, probably for it to move. So it's probably in the waters above. That's about it. So it's my opinion. Yes, I just answered you. But one thing I do know for fact, though, without needing to make any claims of whatever, we breathe, so we have containment. Thank you. That's about it. And I'm sure everybody that breathes is very thankful we do have containment, or we wouldn't be breathing right now. Thank you to the second law of thermodynamics. Entropy. I actually had someone tell me the other day, the second law of thermodynamics is not the entropy law. That's the kind of arguments I get. But the sun and moon move differently from the stars, so they can't be embedded in the firmament. Why? Why not, Mark? Let's take, for instance, a fish tank. Fish are inside the fish tank. They're swimming at different directions, different depths. Why would it be different now for the sun, moon, and stars? Doesn't make sense. Hey Gary, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Gary's also put 2 latest videos out on the limited angle and everything. Also, do keep in touch with these stuff. He explains it very well. I actually asked him, how much times do we have to explain it to the people before they're finally going to get it? And I think we both agree probably 1,000 times, and people are still not going to get it, because we can make it as dumbed down as possible. If a person doesn't want to understand it, they're probably not going to get it. Yeah, okay. Bin the fish tank case. The glass is the firmament, not the water. Mark, didn't you listen what I said? Water's above. So you got your firmament, according to the Bible, it's the hardest crystal, whatever, the water's above. So in the firmament, how thick is that firmament? How do you know? I do know the firmament is not just the waters. How? How do you know? I mean, have you ever heard of superfluids before? It's very possible that it's made out of superfluids. Or it's all just speculation, but you asked for my opinion, so I'm giving my opinion. So the firmament is fluid and things in it can move about independently. Why not? Like I said, nobody knows what it is. But it's quite a good case that it could be superfluid. Because the, how can I put it, the environment up there is possible for superfluid to exist. Yes, Owen, the firmament is not the container. At the end of the day, it's everybody's own opinion. What it is. One thing we do all know, it's literally just container. What it's made out of, where it is, nobody knows. All we know is we do have containment because we are breathing. It's as simple as that. Okay, this is just science word salad. What science word salad? We didn't even bring up science. We brought up the Bible and opinion. Remember, science is objective, not subjective. That's why when you guys are going to bring up your globe and call it science, we laugh at you guys because you say, okay, where is the objective in your science? Because all I do get from you guys is subjective, nothing more. If you don't know the difference, subjective is just opinionated. It's your narrative having an opinion on what it could be, and therefore it's not science, it's pseudoscience. If it was objective, sorry, now I'm getting confused. Objective is subjective. Anyway, that is science word salad. Don't even know what it means. Yep, Paula, it's what NASA calls space. Yep, space. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, space as we know it is fake. Like you called it, as we know it is fake. Because it's not what we are told. We are pushed some kind of lie, but I'm not going to say it's real. Put it that way. There's a lot that they are not telling us. What is the superfluid then? No Googling. Usually hydrogen and nitrogen. Helium, hydrogen, nitrogen, they usually, I think that's the most common up there, and they do mingle quite a lot, and if they're under the right circumstances, they're between a solid and a gas and a liquid, so it creates a superfluid. And why would I need to Google that? How am I going to Google if I'm actually talking to you on my phone that I can't touch or do anything, because then it bogs out? Okay, and then he goes and says, hi, you don't have a clue when I just told you. Okay, anyway. Oh, and the firmament is a reflection of the non-logical holographic celestial demisphere. That actually reminds me, Owen, that's when the guys bring up the ISS and all that. Don't you guys ever wonder, I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Project Bluebeam before. How do you know it's just not a hologram? There's so much technology out there today that you can easily create it as a hologram. I mean, Project Bluebeam has been for decades and decades around. And it's very, very easy just to fake that with holograms. Very. And the people think that you can see the ISS when it could just be a hologram literally going across the sky. Just a thought. You guys might want to look into that, because it does have, if you look at it through a telescope, it does have that little glitches that a hologram seems to have. If the, how can I put it, on the edges of the holograms. Mark, if you're going to use a word, make sure you know what it means. Yes, Mark, and I do know what it means. That's why I explained it to you. Is it like asking me what nuclear fission is and you're saying it's uranium? No, it's just the separation because it's uneven. Okay. You gave me an examples of elements that could be superfluids. You didn't define superfluid. Why must I define superfluid? I told you, it's like between a gas and a liquid. It's between. Because you get 3 phases, but there's actually 4 phases. The 4th phase is the superfluid. How much more must I define it for you, Mark? The ISS may be a hologram projected from the ground at announced occasion. I cannot exclude that. True, Owen, you never know. It could just be... I mean, let's just go hypothetical here and say, and I'm doomsaying this hypothetical. What if, let's say, the so-called container or firmament or whatever is superfluid? Is it not possible to have things floating across it and moving with its static field? Very possible, and that could be the reason why it's got speeds that it does and holding things up there that it does. Not gravity. That was just really, how can I put it, hypothetical, okay? Yes, it's Flatsword Show, not Mark's. Don't worry, guys, don't worry about Mark. He's just some old troll that just can't accept him wrong, because all he's doing now, after I explained to him, is just nah. So, yeah. I was thinking for a background, because I was thinking, for the live streams, what I want to maybe do is change the background kind of thing. I was thinking maybe of making an ISS type of background and making fun of that and calling it the SSS, the triple S, the Southern Stationary Station. I think that can be quite cool. I think it will also piss off some Globers a lot, because they're going to say, why are you in the ISS? Say, no, I'm in the triple S. You guys know what to do with Mark if he gets out of hand. So, Mark, remember, you have been warned. If you do get out of hand, my moderators are allowed to time you out or whatever. Just know you were warned, okay? So if you haven't got anything to actually bring, Mark, is that about it? Or we're just going to accept that you were buttered that I can actually explain things after you ask me. The Chinese fake station is terrible. They don't even try. Exactly, William. I don't know if you guys actually watched when they actually shot fireworks in the sky and said, look how it's exploding in the atmosphere. I was laughing. It was horrible. It was so fake. I mean, when they were showing them first coming in the atmosphere, they were showing computer generated CGI that you can probably make, that The Sims has better CGI than that. Then they have it coming supposedly down and they're shooting fireworks up in the sky. It's crazy. Yes, International Swim Station, Brian Lee. Good to see you. Glad you're, hey, Price of Adam. Glad you could make it, dude. Thank you for joining. What's happening? We're just chatting and, yeah, timing our trolls because they cannot keep with it. Let's put it that way. It's always the argument. Well, I see it's almost 10 o'clock already. I did promise my wife I'm only going to go on for an hour today. So I think, about 5 minutes we're going to probably end. I'm so sorry, guys. Family does come first. And I still want to spend some time with my wife before we do go sleep tonight. So, yes. Rude people should be zapped. I agree, Goldie. Just zap them. You didn't time him out. He left. The key ring of the first time I've seen you, probably one of his sock accounts. Anyway. So yeah, thank you all for actually joining. I do really appreciate everything you guys come on. I have to say thank you for helping with all the watch hours this last month or so. To get monetized, that's the word I was looking for earlier, monetized. I'm almost monetized. I'm literally, I think, like 500 hours away now, because that month that I was waiting for my fiber, my hours dropped 1,500 hours. I had to catch them up. I was like literally 200 hours away from being monetized, and then my internet happened. So yeah, I'm almost back at least. So probably end of the month I should be monetized. I really hope so. Then I can start at least getting super chats and things and super thanks, and yeah, all you awesome people really do help me. All the little even just supporting me with staying on the stream while the audio is not a sync it's crazy. I can't believe it. I wouldn't expect anybody to sit and actually listen to me babble if the audio and the sync's out, because that would irritate me crazy. So yeah. Okay, so thank you very much everybody for joining. I do really appreciate you guys. Like I said, if you haven't already, please just do like, share the show, and yeah, hopefully this is a thing of the past with this audio sync rubbish. That yes, as soon as I do get the PC, I'm definitely going to be making a video and everything and setting it up and doing everything for you guys, because I'm very excited and I'm sure you guys are too, so we can have better what's the name? We just listen, we don't watch. Aris, thanks. That's actually very good. I mean, it's like thinking, must I sit here with my eyes closed and think, because I actually downloaded it so I can try and get some snippets out of it, and it's like, oh, I can't do it. The audio is just too much out of sync. It's crazy. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate it. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Share the show. Hit the boop like button. I do have merchandise available. If you want to just wait a few weeks, because I'm still working on more merchandise, and it's definitely going to have better quality once I got the PC. And yes, I got a Patreon available if anybody's interested. Only $3. Oh, come on, you guys can spare the change probably. Also, I got a Bitcoin link below if you do feel the heart to support me on anything, and got a Telegram and a Discord. Yes, and then I'm going to be putting everybody's links below after the show, like I said I would. So thanks everybody. Have a nice evening. You guys rock. God bless. I really do pray for you guys daily, and really I do pray that there's many blessings for all of you daily, even you guys that come and troll you. So cheers, till next time. God bless. You guys rock. Oh, now it's trying to send messages.